Hey everyone, if you're one of my clients, or even if you're not, I'm about to purchase the new Forever facial recognition. When it was introduced a couple weeks ago, they literally had 3,000 people purchase it in just one day. And over the last week and a bit, I have seen some pretty amazing comments about what's been going on. It does take a few minutes, or actually a few days, for it to go through your account and update all of the photos that you have with tags or facially recognize the people in your photos. Can you imagine people that have sports photos where you have multiple people? It would have quite a job. Anyways, I am going to try and document how it goes, and I hope you enjoy. I forgot to mention, my name's Thompson-Jennings. I call myself the Family History Hound, and besides writing my blog, Hound on the Hunt, where I write about genealogy, genetic genealogy, and photo organization and preserving your genealogy records, I am also a Forever ambassador. And so you can see here that in my account, I currently have 346.5 gigabytes of storage, of which I've used 75% of that. And in that is 65,915 files. So that means that that's what it's going to have to look through and find all the faces once I purchase this. So if you're not one of my customers, please look at the notes below. You will find an invitation and you'll get a referral coupon which you could use towards your Forever digitization or buying storage or facial recognition. So I've made my purchase and I am now in my Forever account. This is the new Forever 3.0 view. You'll see on the side you have gallery, you have albums, tags, and then there's people. Now I had added a couple of people into my account, but you'll see as we're looking at the top, it's showing that facial recognition is pending. And as we sit here for a few moments, you'll see that number will be increasing. When I first started, it was at 79. Now it's at 255. And so it's going through my photos and they're putting them in the queue. Now it's up to 316. So it has quite a few photos to look through. As I mentioned earlier, how many actual files that I have in my account. But we'll check back in a little bit and see what's going on. So now we are about an hour and a half into the process, and you can see I am now up to 10,204 photos in the queue for processing. So we are moving along pretty nicely. I have a total of 65,915 files, but those are not all photos. So we might be done fairly quickly. So let's check in a little while longer. Now here we are 3 hours after I started this, and we are at 18,482. So we're clipping along fairly well. And let's see what happens in a few more hours. So now it's 7 hours later, and it appears that we are at 22,086. I don't exactly remember what number we were at a few hours ago. I'll have to review my recording to let you know. It seems like it might have been going a little bit slower since I last checked in. But we're getting there. So I got up this morning and it's a day later, and it looks like we are still at 22,086 photos. Now, I think that it's already decided or figured out all of the photos that have people in it, and now it's going through the process of doing the facial recognition. But I guess we'll see. Here's how I know that facial recognition is processing on my account. So I'm looking at my photograph of my Auntie Faye, and you'll see over here on the right hand side it says face is processing. So this is happening. So can't wait to see how it turns out. So as you can see, it's 4 days later and I have my people. And so now it's just a process of going through and naming those unnamed people. And then sometimes there will be times that you have to merge two people which are the same person. So that's what I found out so far. One thing that I found quite interesting is I do eBay sometimes, and so I had taken a picture of this album that I have, and it has Bing Crosby, and it even knew that I had this picture of Bing Crosby with my aunt and uncle at the Jasper Park Lodge. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So there are a few things that I had some salt and pepper shakers too, that it put them as faces. So those are ones that you can delete. So, if I find out any other things that I think that you need to know, I'll be posting them. But it was about 4 days after it went through and, captured all the ones that it was going to process. Now, you have to consider this, that even photos that have pictures of photos. So say, for instance, you're taking a photograph, you have a photograph of a room, and in that room they have photos of people on the walls. It'll even index those ones. And so I think that's pretty cool. So I will let you know if I learn more.